Hello everyone, Chris Price here with an update on the KR-2S build. It's a little windy out, so you might hear some wind noise in the hangar, but got a lot of work done the past couple weeks. I've been chasing fuel leaks like crazy in both tanks. Like I said in the previous video, there's the 100 low lead blue dye was showing a ring around the fuel vent. And I've been in a horrible mood trying to fix it, but I'm in a better mood now because I just checked the right tank and it's not leaking. It's had fuel in it for a good 5 hours and we're good. So hopefully I get the same news on the left tank when I check it in a couple days. But we'll flip around, we'll talk about what I did, and we'll go from there. I've got her all put together for the most part. I actually took it out today and ran the engine and taxied around the airport. Went up and down the taxiway, checking stuff out, letting the engine warm up, making sure all my gauges were working, and it worked like a champ. So she's all put together, looking nice. Stuff I've been working on, I got the tape on the wing gap. It's not pretty, but it works. I had a hell of a time trying to get this hole kind of filled and looking right. I tried a metal plate, didn't like it. Right now it's actually just has some foam in there. And then another piece of tape on here to hold that down. That way I can take this piece of tape off and inspect it anytime if I need to. I'll show you, let's see if we can see this under here. It's really dark, but you can see, well, it's kind of hard to see, but there's blue. I can't get rid of the blue, but it's not leaking, so that's good stuff. I did some work on shaving the counterbalance lid weight out to get that nice and balanced. I got these Mylar gap seals all along both ailerons. Did a lot of work rigging the pushrod system to actually get the right amount of deflection. Got that fixed. I had issues with my oil pressure and my fuel pressure and my ammeter not reading right. So I got new senders, different type of sensors and senders. I got all that working. So my oil pressure reads right now, my fuel pressure reads, ammeter is working good. The other issue I had was that fuel tank has a sticky fuel sender, which I found out luckily today. With it running and driving around, the vibration is enough to make it work right. And I just walked myself into a corner. So let's walk around the other way. I'll let you stare at her as I walk around. The other thing I got to figure out is this dolly system. That's a pain in the butt. It's the only way I can get it to fit in the hangar. I can buy the set, the ones that you can jack up with your feet, but they're a little pricey. So as it stands right now, I got to jack it up and put it on those to get it in and out. Walking around my maze. Ooh. Same thing on the other side. This fuel tank never showed any problems when I checked it, but I think last weekend I had fuel in there when I was doing engine runs, and same thing. It had a blue ring around the fuel sender. The first try didn't work. It's right now curing with the second try, which reminds me I should pop this off to let it dry off the goop that's in there. Same thing on this side, gap seals under, did all the weight and stuff, that works. On the inside, a lot of wiring cleanup. I've had a couple people at the hangars, around the other hangars, look at the engine bay and look at the wiring, give me suggestions on how to clear and stuff. So I did a lot of work in the engine bay, tying wire looms back so it wouldn't touch the engine when it was vibrating. And then the last major project, as I pop my seat off, I did the seat reinforcement that I talked about before. So the previous arrangement was just these 4 pieces of wood, which works good for the seat back when you're pushing back on it. But with the actuator for the speed brake, I tested it because I didn't feel like it was gonna be enough, and I was right. I pushed on it and it popped off right here, which also goes to show it did actually fail at the wood and not the glue joint. So last week, or during this week, I added this 1/4 inch plywood that wraps around and goes on the back side of the spar with gussets on both sides. So now this Mamma Bama is strong. I weight tested it with like 50 or 60 pounds on the speed brake and it doesn't budge. So speed brake's good. I added wiring on the speed brake. I have a second contactor in there, which I'll see. I flipped the camera upside down here, so a little editing magic and a glitch, and it'll flip back the right way. Just the video off showing the instrumentation as I got my finger off the camera. The last little bit I did was a lot of the diagnostics and stuff. So I got the ammeter working, the oil pressure works now, the fuel pressure works now, and then I added a contactor. So right now it says the speed brake's up, and then if I extend it, it'll say down. So that way, like, if I want to go around, or part of my pre-flight before takeoff checklist is to verify that's up. So when I hit it all the way up and it stops, now I know my speed brake's up. I'm not taking off with a lot of drag. And that's it. I'll turn this off. And we'll call it. It's been a lot. The past couple weeks I've been fixing a lot of issues. I got one last big one, which is the fuel leak on the left tank. Hopefully that gets fixed, and then we can get back on track with weight and balance and get this thing inspected. Still got to do stuff like set the timing, and then I want to do a good differential compression check with the engine warmed up. So I'll probably do that after I set the timing when the engine's nice and hot. Anyways, thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one.